Hey y'all, welcome back to The Art of B. So today I wanted to take a minute to do a little bit of a reintroduction video. I know some of you guys have recently joined the journey with The Art of B, and some of you kind of jumped in the middle, of our journey, and I wanted to take a minute to really talk about like, who am I and what are we doing here? So let's get into it. So, who am I? My name is Bria Michelle, and I'm a wellness blogger. Ta-da! Outside of that, I am a DC native, born and raised, not the DMV. Sorry, M and V. You don't get recognized over here. But anyway, yeah, I'm born and raised in DC. I lived in the 757 for a little while, in VA. Sorry guys, I love y'all, but I claim DC as home. I'm a graduate of Virginia Commonwealth University. I got my bachelor's in psychology, and a little bit later on down the road, I went to Howard University and I got my master's in social work. So I'm a licensed social worker. Right now I am a school social worker by day, and outside of that I do, the Art of B. And I think that a lot of people have their ideas of what a social worker is, what we do, how we operate, maybe even what we look like. And I'm one of those people who just feels like, let me help y'all break that box down so you can see what we're really about. I love music. I'm a self-proclaimed 90s R&B aficionado. Anybody want to see me on that? After this video, come holler at your girl. But I love music, it's a part of me. I love to dance, I love traveling, I love food. Yeah, I'm a pretty chill kind of girl, but be careful because I will set it off. Yeah, so the Art of B, what started it? Long story short, around 4 or 5 years ago, I was in a really tough place in my life. I recently graduated from college from VCU. I got my bachelor's, and I realized actually I really don't know what I want to do with my life. And I feel like a lot of recent college grads have that experience, but sometimes don't vocalize it and really don't name it because you're so used to being in kind of like a go-getter kind of zone, and that's where I was. So what I did was, after I graduated, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was still kind of in that go-getter kind of hustler mentality, and I knew that the next logical step for me and what was expected of me was to go get a graduate degree. And at that time, that's what I did. This wasn't Howard, but this was a different school. I went to grad school for a totally different program, realized I hated it, and I dropped out. I told this story in the Art of B before, but that was a really tough decision for me to make because I think I realized actually I don't know what I want to do, and because I have this type A personality, having that structure and knowing what the next steps are kind of provided me a sense of security, and all of a sudden I didn't have that, so I felt really lost. And on top of that, I was fresh out of a really tough situation with a guy. I was in the middle of some serious heartbreak, some traumatic kind of things happened in that situation, and so on top of feeling lost, feeling broken, I was just really depressed, and I needed a way out. I spent a lot of time with God, and I realized that in order for me to get my way out of this, I needed to use my voice. I needed to talk about it. I went through a lot of this by myself. I didn't allow people in to what was going on with me, partially because I didn't know how to. And when I got to the point where I was ready to heal, I knew that God was telling me okay, this isn't just about you. And so this has been honestly an open diary almost. It has been a process of my healing, inviting other people to come along that journey with me. And when I started, this will be 4 years. So when I started in 2016, it was just, it was really therapeutic for me. And so it has transformed and it has morphed into a wellness blog now that focuses on self-healing through elevation of mind, body, and spirit. And so when we talk about wellness, I think people kind of have this lofty idea of what wellness is. We think green plants and smoothies and yoga, and I engage in all of those things. They are part of my wellness, but I really wanted to use the Art of B to provide tangible, real life steps of how do you get from a place of feeling distraught, feeling broken, crying all day, every day, and just feeling like I don't know what to do. What are the steps that I take to get from here to a place of wholeness, to a place of wellness, to a place of feeling, getting my passion back, walking in purpose? And so my goal is to fill that gap with the Art of Beats, to provide those strategies and to give people those solutions. And a lot of this is what I've learned along the way on my journey, and also a mix of what I've learned as a professional. So what is going to happen with the Art of Being in the future? Glad you asked. So without giving too much away, like I said, this is the 4th year. So we are gaining momentum. We are doing, some different things before Rona decided to come in and mess some things up. I was doing a lot of community engagement workshops and things like that, because as much as I love, doing digital content and using this space on the internet to engage with people, I really love that interpersonal piece and, being in a space of people and having that energy, and it's just a different vibe. So that is the goal, to continue with that. So that was a lot, that was really fast, but I hope that this gives you guys some insight into who I am, into what I'm doing with the Art of Be, and continue to follow us on Instagram at The Art of Be, and don't forget to visit theartofbe.org, and we are on YouTube. The link is in my bio. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me on this ride. I love y'all, and until next time, be well. Peace.